Hi, okay, so it's March 2012 and I've got the latest update for the car for the forthcoming 2012 season. It looks a bit different now. We've got the two running boards fitted. These have been made by Altis in Markfield for me out of 16 gauge aluminium to my design. I've now fitted them to the car. They're bonded on the car with Loctite silicone adhesive and also quite a lot of fasteners underneath with the penny washers to stop them from coming off. And it's reduced the ride height now to something like 100 and, I think it was 120 mil, 120, 140 mil, something like that, front to back, which is pretty good ground clearance now considering the height of the car before, and that's actually done on both sides. We've now also fitted a carbon fibre rear wing that I bought. It only cost me £100. It's off a Radical race car. It's extremely lightweight and it's now sat at 12 degrees. I used an application on my smartphone to measure the angle, which is quite simple. Basically you get a bit of metal, rest it on the spoiler, place your phone on that piece of metal, and it's the angle from the very front edge to the rear edge that you need to measure. That needs to be 12 degrees for optimum downforce, apparently, according to all the experts I've spoken to. I made my own brackets out of some 4mm mild steel, which I cut out to shape, one on each side, and these have been painted by Faircharm Restorations in Leicester. I've got a bit of work to do on the spoiler itself because these brackets here have got black paint sprayed on them that you can just flick off with your fingernail. It's not very good, so I'll get those done next, do that by hand. I've also had some stays made, which are aluminium bars, 10mm diameter. Altis has hollowed them out, drilled them all the way through and tapped them, and I've got a ball joint at the top, and at the bottom I've got a clevis joint which allows for very quick release. I can just connect the piece off here, and then the arm comes off. And the reason that these have to be removable is it then allows me to actually get the tailgate on the car. So identical both sides. Again, 10mm ball joint at the top, clevis at the bottom for quick release. And again, this side also needs painting because all the black paint's coming off the aerofoil. The arms themselves are pretty strong. I mean, the downforce on the back will be probably 70 or 80 kilograms. This is plenty strong enough now to support that amount of downforce. There's not going to be any movement. The brackets I've actually doubled up both sides. The metal arm runs down and is held in place with two M6 riv nuts, which are in the shell, and I've also made a little right angle bracket that goes through. The bolts go all the way through, and they go through this reinforced section where the gas strut used to be for the original steel door. So I finally found a reason for why I left them on the car and never removed them. Quite useful. So this side's also got the running board, same design as the other side, again same ride height, fixed on exactly the same way. The idea is it stops the air from washing underneath the car as you're travelling forwards, and spoiling the airflow under the back of the car. So the next thing I need to do is to fit a diffuser on the back to help extract the air from underneath the car and produce more downforce. And at the front, I'm just playing about with some more cardboard AD design, or CAD as we call it. I've made a new front panel which I'm going to get made in probably 16 gauge aluminium. I'm going to get some Carbon Weasel. Good website, Carbon Weasel. They do a headlight dome for a Mini made out of carbon fibre, which I'm going to fit on the front, which will actually produce more downforce, surprisingly. Read the blurb, it's very interesting. Martin Depper uses them on his Mini to great effect, so I'm going to get a couple of those fitted as well. I'll have some cooling holes put in the front as well, obviously to let the air through for the radiator, and I'm also going to put a cutout in for the airbox. I'm going to fabricate an airbox for the trumpets because the throttle bodies are just behind the grille, so I'm going to get all that sorted out to get some nice cold fresh air to the throttle bodies, and also mocking up a new front air dam. Again, good old cardboard. It's about 190mm tall at the moment, and what I'll do is I'll actually get this splitter. This one's just made out of MDF. I'll get a proper splitter made, probably out of some heavy gauge aluminium, which we can then fit on the front. I've got to sort out brackets and posts and things to support it. So basically that'll lower the ride height at the front. It'll help the air separate with a sufficiently long splitter at the front, so I get more downforce at the front. More aerodynamic hopefully at the front as well, with this flat front on it with the cooling holes. Better aerodynamics with the running boards either side, and of course the best bit of all is the wing on the top, which is just the right width for the car. And that should also give me some more downforce on the high speed corners. So that's where we are. The fuel tank's finished. Just cut out a hole in the top of this aluminium panel, and I've done a drawing for Altis to actually make me a little box which sits over the top with a Moroso quick release fuel cover, which is coming from the States, which I'll fix to the top when that comes, and that will allow me to do the fueling inside the car without having to remove any panels with screws like I used to on the old system. So we're getting there. It's not far off being completed. Looking forward to getting it finished so I can actually get out and do some testing, maybe at Mallory or at Donington, I don't know yet, but plenty of time. First event's not till the end of May, so if I keep cracking on with it, we'll soon be out and about and enjoying ourselves again. Alright, that's it for now.